You talk about a big play. Hey, you don't get any bigger than that.
Oh shit, hold on. Got my drink. Gotcha, coach.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Hold it ready. Ready, hut. Ready, go.
Oh, come on. You could give me that.
Ready, ready. Ready. 60 boxes, 60 boxes. 18, Pioneer. Ready. Crack rolling. Go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
I've been here from the start. A little snapback, homie with a plug in his Today, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis.
Oh, we about to show up.
It's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Detroit Lions.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The Colts offense in the midst of a perfect season. They get their first possession here. And the focal point of the offense, as it's been all year, is this man at running back. Boy, he's been great.
He had the game to end all games last week, did he not? I mean, every time we looked up, it seemed like he was in the end zone.
And let's face it, I didn't want to look up. I was enjoying what I was seeing on the field. Now, it's highly unlikely that he does it again, that type of a game. But maybe a couple of touchdowns? I think that's within reach.
Here's Richardson to start the drive. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Colts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
They'll run again with Richardson. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Colts have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
They're certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Indianapolis offense ready to go again. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
On the handoff, they start with Richardson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You talk about this Lions defense. They're right around the middle of the pack, number 15 in the NFL against the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit. They're facing the #1 rushing team. They have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. He'll take a shot downfield.
Hey, let's go.
It's caught inside the 20. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Richardson. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. From the 5, 2nd and 4. Here's Richardson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So his big first half continues. His 3rd touchdown already. We'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. And you can bet they're going to lean on him quite a bit, obviously. They did last week. It was over 100 yards. Also, AFC Player of the Week is announced Wednesday.
And until they take that away, I would continue to lean on him, try and have another award for him, one in this game. But when you look back at last week, and you saw how he was able to find holes in the defense, but also the run after the catch, that's what made it impressive.
A good pickup there, a 22. Richardson yet again. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Richardson on 2nd and 10. Still going inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Richardson. And he takes this one in for a close touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. They start on the ground. It's Richardson. And running with power here. And all the way down to the 29. 193 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. I guess that's what happens when you give the current NFL rushing leader that much room.
And when you do, all you're doing is solidifying his standing at the top of the leaderboard. He's going to continue to get more and more yards. Good luck trying to chase him down.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now a timeout signaled for. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Richardson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half.
Ooh.
Now Richardson going to shift things up. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
2nd down and 4. Here's Richardson to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. That one one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now 2nd and 9.
They run with Richardson. And off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Play there. 77 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So it's a high five for that one. His 5th rushing touchdown of the game as he draws ever nearer to potentially making a run at an NFL record.
At the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Richardson on the bootleg here.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Richardson pushing through the contact. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Now Richardson. A short throw pulled in by Woods.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it, turn upfield, and pick up the 1st down.
Richardson on 3rd and short.
They're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. It's Richardson, and he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw him through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 9 yards finds the pickup there, and it's a first down. There, Richardson back to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A little juke. Touchdown. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Colts add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year. Comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
It's going to be a runner. Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
On the ground, here's Richardson again. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On third down, it's Richardson. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the
NFL.
NFL.
Worry about that.
It's a lot. Meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Indy set to go on offense once more. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. That one looks like he'll throw here. Complete. Richardson has it. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
That's going to be caught by Richardson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. On first down, Richardson shifts past him at the 45.
Oh, wow.
He's still on his feet. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in the country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
And that now 6 rushing touchdowns for him. And that ties him with Alvin Kamara, who on Christmas Day of 2020 also went for 6 touchdowns.
This is quickly turning into one of the great individual performances in NFL history. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Indianapolis,
Here we go. Happy Lions. Red, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready? Ready? 19.
No, I'm not supposed to run out of bounds. And now I'm gonna get silver.
Let's go now. Hawk 70. Ready? 60 Vikings.
I don't know. Do I get gold? I still get gold? Ah, silver. Still silver. Okay. I can do with that.
Today, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New England Patriots taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. The Colts offense in the midst of a perfect season. They get their first possession here. And all eyes on this man, their star running back. His team will be in the playoffs come January. Now it's all about staying sharp, staying healthy.
And that second part, much more important than the first. Stay healthy, main priority. You can stay sharp in practice.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Richardson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
Well, you look at this Patriots defense.
This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Richardson working from the gun. A short throw pulled in by Woods.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
They'll try the left side. It's Richardson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they'd never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try and run it in. It's Richardson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Colts are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But when the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Meanwhile, Richardson's throw pulled in by Woods.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to wobble, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Can't wait for your fishing and caught a catfish in the river yesterday. Oh, that's right. Him and that's right.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
That's where they were going yesterday.
They'll run on first down. It's Richardson. Nifty move. Fighting through. He's got space. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. With his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts have taken the lead.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough the next wave.
We don't bother her.
He will
She won't
continue
look at
downfield
us.
and find pay dirt.
I don't want to bother her. She's fine. She laid right back down, too. Oh. Yeah, you got to adjust the strap. Yeah, you can adjust it. Yeah. It's been back there for a while in my car. Yeah, they look comfortable on your feet.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you can adjust them how you want.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
The Colts getting another possession here on offense. And thus far, the weather
That's
has
what
not
this
slowed
lady
this
don't-
offense
this
down
man
one bit. They look good so far in the first half.
They certainly
Put the
have.
light
And
back
think
up.
back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Richardson looking to throw this. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I'm not going to.
Up the middle they go. Richardson. He gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. I think the play gets made by the defense in front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2nd down and 8. Back to throw. Richardson. Now they set up the screen. That's good.
Oh, come on.
He's able to get
Damn
this
it.
one out closer to
I was going to say RCO is Hitter's man.
Give him free on the screen. He couldn't put it free, and it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow to develop, and they shut that one down with a little game.
For the front.
Looking to throw. Richardson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one not
No.
3rd and 5. He
Time
only gets
out.
3.
This will be the halftime
Patriots
show.
will use the 2nd of their
Shit, we
timeouts.
lose.
As they'll stop
I'm
the
whooping
26
ass.
seconds to
Damn
go
it,
until
man.
halftime.
I'm whooping their ass right now.
Who
they ain't playing.
Are you playing online video or no?
No,
Oh,
I'm playing career mode.
okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
The real deal.
Yeah, I'm in the lead, so I'm on the field. That's me on the field.
Hey, you're winning against you.
No.
You're beating everybody.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You beating everybody. You running that bitch. I saw you on there, Arsenio.
And the Colts going to take over on
We put that to a white boy.
third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half.
Nice
because they
ass
had a lot
field
of
too.
success running
He
the
probably
ball.
owns it.
And I certainly
Arsenio
think so.
Richardson, there he is down there at the
But I keep
bottom.
an eye on that defense,
You ain't
and
got
I think
your
the
pro on
coaches up
today.
in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see
I can't put a pro on this guy.
Short hand. Usually, they'd have to put little holes where his hair to stick out through the helmet. No, they can't put an afro on that because of the helmet.
Play clock down to 0. And this is
Fucking
not the way to
delay
start
game.
I'm just making sure we didn't leave. I'm going to come back in here in a minute. I'm going to smoke this and I'm going to go back in here.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
That's all I have to do. Where I push that stick.
Back to throw. Richardson. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Matt Judon able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the...
Arsenio, you have to take all that shit in every night.
Yeah.
It don't take that long to
No.
put it together, though, does it?
Mm.
Oh, God, look, there's one in water boats. God, that scared the shit out of me. I hate those son of bitches. Right there on the bridge. Oh, I'm so glad you get to sit there. Right there beside you. See him. See him. Right there. Go back. Turn around. Turn around. He's right there. He's, there you go. Get him. Hell no, you didn't get him.
You're right.
I don't have a light.
There you go.
There he is. Good job. I moved that just at the perfect time.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
See him. He don't know. Well, yeah. Can't say it in the middle.
Yeah, but it's real good.
There he goes. Man, it must be peace. And what I know. Rainy, shoot, like
He's supposed to bowl with for brunt. I smell it in the ditch. That's pretty nasty.
Excellent play. Really setting the tone for this. After the sack, they're steered to the challenge basically
I
from
get
the
the
other
little
side
wood
of
here,
town.
you know.
Second
They
and a
got
country
cake
mile.
trees.
Another try after the first down sack. Richardson. There he goes, right side. Off to the races. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. An even 90 yards. And the Colts come right out of the locker room and score here the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, they were back in the shadows for their own goal post, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, a conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really...
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. This drive here
Oh,
beginning
right.
probably with a pair of motivated groups.
Come on,
Remember,
man.
the offense scored a touchdown on their last
Yeah.
time out. Looking to repeat that, Charles' defense. They were very frustrated
Look,
after giving
guys,
up
I'm
6 the
got my
last
hair.
time on the field.
I don't say nothing about that, Chris. Stop. I don't want to hear it.
It's okay.
motivated. They both game plan for this
Okay.
drive, and they both have specific
I don't
outcomes in mind.
want to hear
To me, it just comes down to who can execute better, and looks like considerable concerns will over the other.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Richardson to the air on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Racing to the end zone. Touchdown, Colts. A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He has been a touchdown machine. It has been enjoyable to watch.
And the scoreboard continues to light up as a result of his efforts. He's been a blast, though. Every time you look up, you just figure if he's got the ball in his hands, he's going to end up in the end zone. It's been that kind of a game for him.
Absolutely. Now you just keep waiting for more. 1st and 10. Richardson looks to throw it. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. That's caught at the 25. A big play there for Indy. 54 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one on to the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Looking to throw. Richardson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Back to throw. Richardson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Richardson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. They'll try to run this one in. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
On 1st down, it's Richardson.
117 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
From the shotgun, Richardson work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They'll run on first down. It's Richardson fighting him off. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Richardson. He's got it.
And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Colts add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
The Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out to this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
On 2nd down now. It's Richardson. And he'll get out near the 45. They'll spot at the 44.
All right, bye, y'all.
35 yards rushing for him now.
Yeah.
He's carried it 13 times. No doubt.
Hold on.
Here, Charles, the lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
19
On first down, it's Richardson. He'll get a nice chunk there
So
on the
what?
first down
The
run, and
defense.
it's 2nd and 4.
I'll get that taken care of.
Another timeout called
Bye,
for
I
by
love
the
you.
offense.
Bye,
And as
Rich.
the two teams talk it over on their
Okay, bye.
respective sidelines, we take a break.
Where are you at? Oh.
And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete.
Hey, let's go.
And he takes it in for the
Let's go.
score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. Put a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
Partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
You gonna eat when you come in?
Yeah.
He said like you when you come in. Yeah.
Come on, man.